Welcome back to Car Mania, your ultimate destination for car reviews, auto news, and the inside scoop on what's hot and what's not in the world of automobiles. Today, we're diving deep into a car that's making a surprising return, the 2026 Suzuki X-90. Yes, you heard that right. The X-90 is back, and it's not what you remember from the 90s. Suzuki has completely reimagined this compact two-door SUV, giving it a fresh identity, updated powertrain, and a modern design that might just change how you think about this unusual ride. Let's start with the performance, because Suzuki is clearly aiming to redefine what the X-90 means in the current automotive landscape. The 2026 model doesn't carry the quirky, underpowered DNA of its predecessor. Instead, it's built on Suzuki's new lightweight modular platform, which is the same base used in the newer Vitara and some of Suzuki's overseas models. Under the hood, the new X-90 is powered by a 1.5-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine, putting out a respectable 168 horsepower and 200 Nm of torque. That may not sound groundbreaking on paper, but given the X-90's small footprint and lightweight build, this engine gives the car surprisingly energetic performance. Suzuki offers the engine with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a CVT with simulated gear shifts, and both options have their fans. The manual, of course, gives you a more connected driving experience, with crisp shifts and a clutch that's neither too heavy nor too light. The CVT, on the other hand, has been tuned to reduce the rubber band effect and delivers power smoothly and efficiently, making it ideal for city driving. The CVT also comes with paddle shifters for those who want a little bit of manual control during spirited drives. When you take the X-90 out on the road, what you'll notice first is how nimble it feels. With a curb weight of just over 1,200 kilograms, the car accelerates briskly, with 0 to 100 kilometers per hour taking about 8.5 seconds in the turbo model. It's not a sports car, but it's quick enough to have fun, especially in urban environments or tight, twisty roads where the compact dimensions become an advantage. Suzuki has tuned the suspension to balance comfort and agility. It uses McPherson struts up front and a torsion beam in the rear. While that setup might seem basic, it's been refined well. Body roll is minimal in corners, and the steering, though electric, offers decent feedback and is nicely weighted. What's even more impressive is the all-wheel drive system, which Suzuki calls AllGrip. This system is available as an option and brings serious capability to a vehicle that most would classify as a crossover coupe. The AllGrip system features 4 selectable driving modes: Auto, Sport, Snow, and Lock. In Auto mode, the system prioritizes fuel efficiency, staying in front-wheel drive unless wheel slip is detected. Sport sharpens the throttle and steering response, making the X-90 genuinely entertaining to push through corners. Snow is self-explanatory, optimizing traction for slippery conditions. Lock mode engages the system's limited slip feature and distributes torque more evenly between the front and rear axles, allowing for moderate off-roading. Yes, the X-90 can handle some rough terrain. Fuel efficiency is another area where Suzuki has put in the work. The 1.5-liter turbo with front-wheel drive delivers an average of about 17 km per liter in mixed driving conditions, and the CVT helps optimize fuel consumption on highways. The AWD version does take a slight hit in economy, dropping to around 15 km/h, but that's still respectable considering the added traction and performance. The brakes are solid too. Disc brakes on all 4 wheels provide confident stopping power, and the ABS is well calibrated. There's minimal nosedive during emergency braking, and stability control keeps the car planted even under duress. One standout feature is Suzuki's new torque vectoring system, which brakes the inner wheels slightly during turns to help the X-90 corner more sharply. It's subtle but effective and adds a layer of polish to the driving dynamics. Now let's take a quick look at the interior, because while performance is key, comfort and usability matter too. Step inside the 2026 Suzuki X-90 and you'll immediately notice that this is no retro throwback. The cabin is modern, clean, and practical. It's a 2-door, 4-seat layout, with rear seats that are best suited for kids or short trips. Nothing has changed there. However, the quality of materials and attention to detail are on a different level than the original. The dashboard is dominated by a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's fast, responsive, and easy to use. Below it, you have physical climate control knobs, a welcome touch in an age of screen-heavy interfaces. The steering wheel is leather-wrapped with multifunction buttons, and behind it sits a semi-digital instrument cluster, combining analog dials with a 4.2-inch digital display in the center. It's clean, informative, and doesn't overload you with data. The front seats are surprisingly supportive, with bolsters that hold you in place during spirited driving. They're manually adjustable, but Suzuki has included heated seats as standard in most trims. There's also a decent amount of storage in the cabin: cup holders, door pockets, and a center armrest with a small storage bin. The materials are mostly soft-touch plastics with a matte finish, and there are brushed aluminum-style accents around the vents and center console that give the interior a more upscale vibe. Sound insulation has been improved too. Road and wind noise are kept to a minimum even at highway speeds, which makes longer drives more pleasant. The standard audio system is a 6-speaker setup that delivers decent sound quality, and higher trims offer a premium sound package with deeper bass and clearer mids. Cargo space is another area where the X90 surprises. With the rear seats up, you get about 300 liters of space, which isn't bad for a coupe-styled SUV. Fold the seats down and you get closer to 800 liters, enough for a weekend getaway or a decent grocery run. The tailgate opens wide and the load floor is low, making it easy to access. In terms of tech and safety, Suzuki has equipped the X90 with a full suite of driver assistance features. You get adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. There's also autonomous emergency braking and pedestrian detection. These features aren't just reserved for the top trim. Even the mid-level variants come well equipped, which shows Suzuki's commitment to safety across the board. One of the most interesting aspects of the 2026 X90 is how it straddles multiple segments. It's compact and quirky enough to appeal to urban drivers looking for something different, yet capable and punchy enough to satisfy those looking for a small off-roader. It's not trying to compete with full-size SUVs or luxury crossovers, but it carves out a niche for itself as a fun, affordable, and distinctive vehicle. Pricing is competitive too. The base model starts around $23,000, with the AWD version coming in closer to $26,000. Fully loaded, you're looking at about $29,000, which is still well below many rivals. That makes the X90 a compelling value proposition, especially when you consider the level of equipment and performance it offers. To wrap things up, the 2026 Suzuki X90 is a bold re-entry into a market that loves compact crossovers but often settles for boring. This car is anything but boring. It's quick, agile, and packed with personality. Suzuki has done a fantastic job of blending nostalgia with modern engineering, and the result is a car that's not just a tribute to the past but a genuine contender in today's market. It's not perfect. The rear seats are tight, and some might wish for more power, but overall, the new X90 delivers a fun, well-rounded experience that stands out in a sea of sameness. So if you're looking for a car that's a little different, a little fun, and a whole lot of practical, the 2026 Suzuki X90 might just be worth a test drive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a review. This is Car Mania, and we'll see you in the next one.